Bonjour, y'all. My name is Brita, and today on Witches Unite, we are hanging out on the night bus. Of course, I just realized I still had my screen in the wrong place. Let me know if y'all can hear me, since I had to change my mic settings the last time I did this. All right, let's see who is in chat. All right, hello, Joseph. Hello, Steph. Hey, Harry Potter. Bonjour, Cindy. Professor 58, welcome. Yes, okay. Sorry, y'all. I have this lingering cold. Okay, cool. Cindy and Professor 58 both say that y'all can hear me. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm going to open a spell energy gift real quick so that I'm topped off on spell energy, and then let's see if any of them are people who have sent me gifts. I try to return gifts, so I always open gifts. Okay, I don't want to open James's first because y'all look how pretty it is. It's Cinderella's castle, so I'm gonna not open that yet because I want to keep looking at it. But I'll open Sue's gift, which is, it's a butterfly topiary. Oh, y'all, it's so pretty. I love their Disney gifts. And, of course, if you guys are not already following XpectoGO, you should totally do that. They gave me the all clear to stream today, which I'm really glad worked out because I will be in the car going to the airport tomorrow. And next week I'll be in California. So I'm not going to be streaming from California. Yeah, if you guys are not subscribed to XpectoGO, say something in chat. Otherwise, one of my mods will drop a link to them. But I feel as though most of you are probably already subscribed to XpectoGO. So, we'll meet up with Lynette. I mean, I don't want to make any promises, but it's possible that Dan and I are talking to Lynette and Jeffrey. So, but yeah, Dan has a work trip. So Dan has to go to facilities in Sacramento and Reno. But his work starts on Monday. So we are flying in the weekend before because I have never been to Sacramento or Reno. And I'm really excited to travel, outside of the Southeast / Ohio for the first time since 2019. Because, yeah. Hi, Sarfaf, welcome. So yeah, I haven't been anywhere outside of the Southeast or Ohio since 2019, which I'm sure is true for most of you. And it'll be my first time flying since 2019. Nothing's wrong with Georgia. I love Georgia. I love living here. But before the pandemic, Dan and I probably took at least 2 weekend trips every single month. And some of those would be around Georgia. Like, we would go visit, Savannah, or other, cute little towns in the area. And then we would do day trips from where we are, just, a couple hours away. And we routinely just went to all kinds of different places. So, this past year, we've mostly just done South Carolina and Ohio to visit our families. And then, this spring we went to Orlando. So, getting on a plane, it's exciting, but it's also a little nerve-wracking. Dan has had to fly for work trips, but this is my first flight since 2019. And, of course, it's cross-country because, why not do things all the way? Sarfef, are you friends with anybody in chat? You can share your friend code if you need to, or ask. Okay, I saw that you shared your friend code. Most of the rest of the chat is friends with me, so that should work with the beaconing. Also, Cindy, thank you. I also love my shirt by Sigan. And I do talk a little bit about this in my video that I just filmed, which I was like, if I'm going to film and stream today, then I might as well put on really fast makeup, because sometimes makeup is fun. And just side note, you know, if you look at the tutorials for how to use highlighter, they're like, oh, you just want to use like a little bit. It's just supposed to be a subtle accent. Y'all, I full on highlighted my entire face with my highlighter today. I basically am wearing it like powder or foundation, because who doesn't just want to sparkle all the way? Anyway, so this shirt, if y'all can see the full design, so it is a heart, and it's a whole bunch of like supportive messages, and then of course it says Lumos in the middle, and it's a little hard to tell with the contrast, but the Lumos is in black and the other words are in purple, and it's just really sweet. And the proceeds go to support, I forget what it stands for, but I think it's NAMI or NAMI or NAMI, but it's a nonprofit that does like mental health initiatives. So if anyone has the link off the top of, like, if anyone knows the link, it would be great if y'all could drop that in chat. But I really like this t-shirt. I finally had a chance to wash it. So, yeah, I recommend buying it if you have a little extra money. Okay, I'm in Ruins 4 now. Okay. Hey, Snaz, welcome. Harry says, we've only gone skiing, but that's it. Explore the city more. As, oh, you guys have only been in Colorado for 2 years? And yeah, 1 year being COVID. Well, there's so much to do in the entire state of Colorado. And I forget if you're in Denver or if you're in another part of Colorado. And if you don't want to say, that's fine. Like, but Colorado is so beautiful, Harry Potter. And I'm excited. Dan and I will be there in October for LeakyCon. And we get to see my aunt, and we get to see Geeta Lovegood. So, Debbie, you're fine. I'm pretty sure you already found me on the bus, Debbie. So, stuff. All the sparkles will be Bopsy's. Yes! Yes! We should totally, we should both wear our shirts when I come to Greenwood. And, take a picture together in our matching Lumos shirts. So, yeah, Harry, completely understand. You are in the state of Colorado. I know Dan and I live somewhere super rural. Like, I'm actually really careful about who I send gifts to from the gift that's closest to our house, just for safety purposes. But yeah, like, Boulder is cool, Golden is cool. I have family in Fort Collins. I don't actually know if Fort Collins is cool, but I have family there. And then, of course, I love Denver. That's where my mom grew up. Hey, runes and gifts are fine. I'm great with all gifts. Like, and I've been pretty topped off on spell energy lately. There's been enough on the map, and then getting the spell energy rewards for doing wizarding challenges. I always open spell energy gifts before I start a night bus live stream so that I have as many of them I can. Awesome, you guys, so check out the links in here. So first, Harry Potter shared the link to the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, and then Steph and Cindy have both shared links to the Lumos designs. So if you want your own Lumos t-shirt, then you can check those out. And again, the designer, Sigan, who is a member of the Wizards Unite community, she is donating all of the proceeds to the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill. So it's definitely a great way to get a really cute t-shirt while also supporting a good cause. So, Harry says, Fort Collins is pretty cool, especially Old Town, and Boulder is great because of mountains. Also, I love cities to Denver is sun. Yes, it's all great. And I think I've been to Colorado Springs, but it's been so long. Is that, this is probably going to sound like a really stupid question, but is that where the natural hot springs are? Or, like, are there more natural hot springs than just in Colorado Springs? That is what I want to know. Because I've been to the natural hot springs when I was 16. My mom and I went with her best friend and her best friend's daughter, who is also my mom's goddaughter. Okay, that's okay. I have been to natural springs. I just don't remember if I've been to Colorado Springs. Okay, so the link staff shared is for the fundraiser, and Cindy shared a link for new shirts. Okay. Cindy, is your link also for the Lumos shirts? Because, yeah, she did a bunch of different designs. They're all the basic, like, Lumos with the heart, but then they're in different color options. That's okay, Harry Potter. Dan and I have lived in Georgia for 6 years now, and I still, like, people refer to cities and stuff in Georgia, and I'm like, I haven't heard of that. I'm sorry. You know, I know about Atlanta and Athens and Savannah, and we live in Forsyth County, Marietta, Rome, Valdosta, but there's just so much in Georgia. I mean, every state has so much. Augusta, yes. I actually went there for a decade. When I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, I was 8 years old, and my hometown of Greenwood, South Carolina, at the time, did not have a pediatric gastroenterologist. So my parents, they, took turns with my medical appointments, had to drive me to Augusta, Georgia, where I saw a pediatric gastroenterologist at the Medical College of Georgia. And I saw him for 10 years. His name was Dr. Joseph Clark, and I really wish that at 17, when he moved to a hospital in North Carolina, I wish that we had exchanged contact information, because he was a really instrumental part of my life and a part of my, learning how to manage a chronic illness on my own, going from childhood to young adulthood. So, Warm Springs in Georgia. I will have to check that out. There are a lot of places in Georgia Dan and I have wanted to visit. We just, last year and a half couldn't really do much. So, anyway. And actually, so when I was almost 9, it was shortly before my birthday, because I have a June birthday, I was featured for the Children's Miracle Network, which is a fundraiser that they raise money for children's hospitals. And so I helped do the fundraising for the new children's hospital in Augusta. I was one of the featured miracle children. So I had a lot of TV appearances at a young age. It didn't go to my head much. Doing a local news segment at like 6 a.m. was not great for 9-year-old Brita. That was rough. My mom did most of the talking. Also, there was a screen in front of me where we could watch ourselves in live time, but I kept being confused because it was not a mirror and all of my actions were reversed. And I was a kid and I was very confused. Steph says FDR went and stayed there at the Warm Springs to heal when he had bed spells at the hot mineral spring. Ooh, Dan and I'll have to check that out, because natural hot springs are so cool. If any of you guys have done them or not done them before, they are just really awesome. In fact, I was looking up things to do in Reno, and they're like, oh, we have hot springs. I'm like, that would be really cool if the temperature wasn't going to be in the 90s the entire time that we're going to be there. Maybe next time, if Dan has to go back for another work trip, maybe we can go when it's not 90-degree weather every day. But if anyone has any ideas of what Dan and I should do in Sacramento and in Reno, I will definitely take suggestions. I will have a lot of time on my own in Reno, whereas Sacramento is mostly going to be, he doesn't have as much work in Sacramento. Plus, we're doing like the weekend before we get there. Like, we're spending all of this Friday in Sacramento. Okay, Harry Potter asks, did anyone find out if the 1920s and SOS report was a typo or change? I don't know. I haven't seen the SOS report. What I can tell you is that the calendar for July that is currently on Wednesday Night Hub is accurate as of today. So I don't know what was listed in the SOS report, but it could have been, if it was the like original thing, I don't know. It was, there's not an event this month. Yeah, I can't get to the hot springs because of the wildfires right now. So, Steph, I was actually looking at the spas in Reno, even though I just did a whole bunch of spa treatments for my birthday. They were really expensive. Not the ones for my birthday. I mean, the ones for my birthday, I paid a completely reasonable rate. But the spas in Reno, everything's probably 2 to 3 times what I spent for comparable treatments. So I'm not going to do that. And I was looking at the hotel where we're staying, and Dan chose I swear he chose the only hotel that does not have a spa. Probably because I would have been a lot more tempted to go to the spa if it was at our hotel. We're staying at a like hotel casino. I do not gamble. There is a pool. They only have an indoor pool. So we'll see how I feel about that. It depends on how badly it smells like chlorine. Because that's the nice thing about outdoor pools, is they don't smell too badly. Hi, Tatch. Welcome. Tatch, are you friends with somebody who can beacon for you? I'm beaconing. I just don't remember if we're friends or not. Steph, I'm leaning towards lounging by the pool. Like, it's really beautiful. It has, like, floor-to-ceiling windows, so even though it's indoors, it has really nice views, and it has, like, tons of lounge chairs and stuff. So I might just be doing that all next week. I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Debbie and Tatch. Okay, so I know Tatch just joined us, so he is looking for a beacon. Is there anybody else watching who needs a beacon? Because if not, we can start rotating beacons and people playing. So let me know in chat if you need a beacon. I want to make sure that... Okay, so Harry Potter is still looking. Harry, I know you're friends with me. Harry, are you also friends with Debbie? Is anybody else still looking? Cindy is still looking. Okay. Gotta keep an eye on my time. I don't want to bean. Okay. Harry's friends with almost everyone. Awesome. Okay. And Steph is still looking. Okay, since a lot of you guys are still looking, I'm going to beacon for maybe 2 more cycles, so just under 4 minutes. And then we can get started. So, one of the things I meant to do before today, and I've been wanting to do a video on the balanced page strategy, because I don't think anyone has done it since Wizards News, other James was still making videos. Hey, Leanna. Oh no. Good luck with the assets. I know that that's frustrating. But I love the balanced page strategy, and I've been wanting to film a video about it for so long, but I just have not had any time. And I wanted to look at it myself to figure out which chambers I should be doing challenges in, because I have a couple of pages there still on silver, and I just keep not, I keep forgetting to go look at where the different, fragments drop, so I can be a bit more strategic with my chambers. One day, eventually. Joseph, am I the only Auror? For now, I think Debbie's right that until Harry or Steph get on the bus, that you are the only Auror. But they're both looking, so they should be here soon. We got a bunch of us beaconing. We got the whole runway lit. That's awesome. Harry says, if an invite system is not feasible, maybe close empty buses. Yeah, I definitely think that would be helpful, so that we're not constantly having to go on and off buses to find each other. And the empty buses, yeah, they're definitely frustrating. Just the way my schedule worked out while doing the recent Adversaries event, when I had time to do the dark chambers to get that task done, it wasn't during when other people were coordinating. And so it took me so long to find people to play with. And then I got stuck on Dark 1. I was playing as Magizoologist because I kept finding professors and no Magis. And I ended up playing with a professor who never put out proficiency. And it was Dark 1, so it wasn't the end of the world, but it was so annoying. Really? You don't put out proficiency? I mean, they shielded the Auror, so great, but they never put out proficiency. An invite system would be nice for sure, but we've been talking about that for a year. I don't see it happening anytime soon. The development of this game slowed down to a crawl in the last few months. Honestly, I feel like the development has been really slow since Adversaries came out, and it wasn't super great before Adversaries came out. I don't know what's going on. I genuinely don't know. And it is frustrating as a passionate player, as a daily player. I've literally not missed a day of playing since the game came out. That doesn't mean I get all my daily tasks done, but I haven't missed a day of playing. And updates just came out a lot more frequently before, and we had a nice mix of events, that were creative and different. And then when they started with Wizarding Weekend, it was probably May or June of last year, they kind of fell into that routine of having one community day, 2 brilliant events, and Wizarding Weekend every month. And then when Adversaries came out, they replaced Wizarding Weekend with an Adversaries event. And now it's like the game is just events. And it almost feels like they're trying to distract us from the fact that overall there's not a lot going on in the game. I don't know. That is a good point, Cindy, that we have asked them to fix errors before doing new content. And hopefully that's what they're working on. And in regards to them delaying the 1920s stuff, I'm completely okay with that. I am 100% okay with them delaying 1920s so that it comes out correctly, if that makes sense. Because I don't want new content to drop that's completely bugged. And one of the things with SOS training when it came out last year is, like, they knew it had problems when they released it, and they had actually delayed it multiple times. Like, it was supposed to come out sooner than it did last year. And, like, Lola told us, me in particular, she said, so we know that there are typos in the game, like in SOS training, and we're releasing it anyway. So yes, they released SOS training last year knowing that they had typos in the text. It was so frustrating. I'm like, you guys could hire me as a writer or just an editor, you know? Let me fix your mistakes. Yeah, the traces have been the wrong colors since, it might have been when SOS training came out. So, maybe a year. Anyway, I still love the game. Even though it's flawed. I'm flawed too, you know? I have bugs. I have a super fun bug called Crohn's disease, another bug called depression, and a third one called anxiety. And I'm still awesome. So, I still love Wizards Unite, even with its bugs. Cindy, I hope you find the bus soon. But you just complained into the universe, so hopefully that means that you complained sufficiently in order to get on the bus. I believe in you. Hi, Lightstar. I mean, it's definitely a challenge, Professor, that they, you know, trying to find reasons to get people to play, to pay money without making it pay to play. And that's kind of the, I mean, that's definitely a challenge for sure. Because, like, people are already complaining about, like, the dragons event that we just had, because with the dragon eggs, you basically need to have silver keys, and those cost money. So, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't spent money in the game since last year. I spent, I think, $20 in September of last year for the Dragons event. But for this most recent Dragons event, I had enough in-game gold, like from events, that I was able to buy a bunch of silver keys. So, okay, staff is gonna beacon for Cindy. Okay, so Joseph, did you say you had a preference on chamber? I can do anything, you guys. I'm open. I'm gonna start in Dark 3. Y'all, I kind of want a snack. I'm not actually hungry though, so I know I shouldn't eat a snack. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like you just want to nibble on something, but you're not actually hungry? I was pretty lucky with the dragons in general because I had attended Wizards Unite Fan Festival. So I was able to get a lot of eggs at Fan Festival. But of course we didn't have repeat image collection back then. And I was focused on some of the community aspects at Fan Festival and not on grinding dragons. And I didn't get very far with prestiging my dragons pages. But at least I got a head start with my eggs. And then, like with the, I think I got to gold on one page and maybe robust silver in the September dragon dragon event last year. And then when we had the eggs in the adversaries event this spring, I had enough eggs to get to gold. Then I need like 50 dragons. I mean, it's a lot to... Yeah, I don't remember what it was initially to get through it. I mean, there were some people who got to gold frames on the initial page. And it was one of those things where it just kind of depended on what you wanted to do. And there's not like a wrong or right way to do events. And for me, it was that, like, as a content creator and as someone who was meeting a lot of my friends in person, you know, at fan festival, I just wanted to spend time with people. You know, I completed the in-game tasks and everything, but hunting dragons was not my priority. And in retrospect, I wish I had spent a little bit more time doing dragons, but that's okay. Yay, Cindy found the bus. What? And Cindy is beaconing now. I see that we have a couple more people who are here based on the concurrent viewers. So if you are looking for a beacon, please say something in chat so that we can set that up for you. All right, Steph is also beaconing. So again, if you are still looking for the night bus, please let us know. Please say something in chat so that somebody can beacon for you. Bacon? I mean, I love bacon. Did I say bacon? Oh, Steph said bacon. I was like, where did that come from? Yeah, lurking is fine too. That is 100% okay to lurk. I just, you know, if you're here and you want to be playing with us, I just need to know so that we can arrange a beacon for you. That's all. I just want everyone to feel included. All right, guys, so I was thinking earlier, I have a question to ask y'all. Inspired by the fact that our dear friends James and Sue are in Disney World right now, it's kind of like a 3-part question. Hey, Shanna, thanks for coming in and saying hi. Oh, man, I don't have any... Everyone's already hexed. Okay. One, do you like theme parks? Yes or no? 2, why or why not? And 3, if you do like theme parks, what is your favorite theme park? So, like I said, it's a 3-part question. Do you like theme parks? Why or why not? And if you do like theme parks, what is your favorite theme park? So I'll go first, because since I am asking the question, I had time to think about the answer to my question. Hey Joshua, welcome. So I love theme parks. I have actually worked with a bunch of theme parks. I've gotten media tickets to a lot of theme parks. And I am very much a big fan of theme parks. They are the best. So, my favorite is Disneyland Paris, because if you guys have been, it has all of the magic of Disneyland, of Magic Kingdom, you know, the castle parks in the Disney franchise, but it's better than all of the others. The castle's pink, and there's a dragon underneath the castle, like a fire-breathing dragon. So that's my favorite. All right, Harry Potter says, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Orlando. Yes, that is excellent, and you're right, the Orlando one is better because They have two. They have Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. Joshua says, heck yes, Six Flags, a great adventure. My favorite place for coasters haven't been to Cedar Point. Okay, well, Joshua, if you get a chance to go to Cedar Point, you should go to Cedar Point because Cedar Point has some of the absolute best roller coasters. Dan and I are going next month with his family. We're spending, I think, 3 days in the parks. So we're very excited. Let's see. Cindy says, yes, because they're fun and have things that you can't get anywhere else. And her favorite is Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So I went to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in the 7th grade as part of my school field trip. And it was one of those days where it was just a little rainy. You know, it was overcast and kind of drizzly. So no one was there, but it wasn't that rainy. And so we got to ride everything with no wait time. It was so much fun. And I would love to go again. Okay, Harry Potter wants to do Dark 5. Hi, Sagan. Yes, I love your t-shirt. I finally got to wash it yesterday, so I haven't been able to wear it before now. So as you can see, I'm wearing it like on the first day that it's clean. So, yay! Steph likes roller coasters, and Steph also likes Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Cindy agrees that you can't beat Cedar Point for coasters. True story. Harry loves the Incredible Hulk coaster, which is also awesome. I will 100% agree with that. In November 2019, y'all, I have such a supportive husband. I spent a long weekend in Orlando by myself. I had a super cheap flight. It might have even been on points, and the hotel room, I think, was also on points. And I bought super cheap tickets to Universal. I got a 4-day pass. And Wizard Way Chris and I hung out. And so it was really awesome. And they and I did most of the Harry Potter stuff on the 2 days that they were available. And then I also had... we missed each other by just a couple weeks. I was there the first weekend in November, maybe the second weekend, back in 2019. And, but then I had all of Sunday and half of Monday to do the parks by myself. And so I just single rider lined for everything. And I did, the Incredible Hulk coaster then. And it was really fun because I think it was maybe under construction when Dan and I went to the parks in 2015. Plus I had a cold when we went in 2015. And after the first roller coaster, I realized that, I don't know if it was like my inner ear balance or what, but I couldn't do coasters on that trip because of my cold. Oh no, Steph, I'm so sorry that you had a bad time at Cedar Point. Well, don't worry. There's lots of other great theme parks for you to enjoy that hopefully only have great memories for you. And I mean, and the Southeast has so many of them because we have Carowinds and North Carolina and, excuse me, could I get well, let's see. Somebody wants the hex. Actually, I don't know. I forgot to look. I don't know if any of you guys are in here who are the Aurors in my Dark 5. Because I could get a hex. I would like a hex on my werewolf, please. Oh, but yeah, in the Southeast, there are so many great theme parks. So, like I said, it was Carowinds in North Carolina, and then Georgia has Six Flags, which... Okay, so I got media passes to Six Flags for Halloween 2016, and I liked their Halloween stuff, but I was really not impressed with the theme park. So Dan and I we don't plan on going back to Six Flags. But Georgia also has Wild Adventures, which is in Valdosta, and that was pretty cool. I also had media tickets to that. And of course, in Florida, there's the Disney parks, there's the Universal parks, there is Legoland, which I also got media tickets to Legoland. And there's Busch Gardens Tampa, which I also got media tickets to Busch Gardens Tampa. There's so many options if you live in the Southeast. It's great. It's a great place to live. Like, I really want to live in South Carolina again because that's, like, my home and, like, that's just where I want to be. But I do currently love living in Georgia. So, it's nice. Yeah, there are a lot of Six Flags around the country. I don't know where all of them are, but I know there's a lot. And I'm pretty sure they like, buy theme parks. So, they're not all super similar necessarily, even though they're the same brand. I'm sorry, Steph. And I completely understand that if you experience trauma somewhere, that it is triggering and you don't want to return to that. But if you ever want to go to Wild Adventures, Dan and I would love to go with you. It's like part theme park, part zoo. They had a really cool tiger show. All right, let's see. You guys are talking about all the different fragments that you need. So Joseph needs the wands of Dumbledore's Army 1. But Harry means the opposite, the wands for Dumbledore's Army 2. I need a lot of things, but like I said, I forgot to look up beforehand what I need and where they are. So I'm happy to play in whatever chambers you guys want. I wonder how long it's been since I updated my spreadsheet for the the balance page strategy. It's probably been a while. Steph, my uncle's bedroom is the most Clemson thing you have ever seen. It's like someone threw up orange and navy blue. Like, the carpet is navy blue and the bedspread is orange, and he has like a tiger Clemson little area rug, and he just has Clemson posters everywhere. I mean, the entire thing is ridiculous. I'm going to take this elite unless somebody else needs it. Because I still need my elites. Harry Potter is getting spell books for his third profession as defense against dark arts will take over. Yeah, that's fair. Is relocating to South Carolina possible in the near future? So here's the thing. It really just depends on Dan's job because he really likes where he is. And does anybody want to start a dark chamber? Tell me you guys what you want. There's like a lot of people in Dark 5, but I'm not actually friends with anyone. There. Now I'm friends with somebody. Oh, I don't want to... I'll drop out so you guys can get another aura in there. I'll start a Dark 4. So he works for a company called Kinder Morgan, and it's been really great for him. He's been working there for... I think it'll be 6 years this fall. And, like, the pay is well, benefits are good. His schedule, he works 9 hours Monday to Thursday, and then he gets every other Friday off. So, it's a really nice schedule, and they have, like, decent, like vacation and all of that. So all of that is a long way of saying that he wants to stay with Kinder Morgan unless he gets some amazing job offer. But in South Carolina, his company has terminals. And so these are the things where, like, if he's doing a work trip, it's to go to a terminal, usually. And he would love to be, like, the operator, or the supervisor, the manager, whatever the title is called, for a terminal. So that he would be, instead of being, like, one person who was somewhat responsible for, like, all the terminals in the Southeast, he would be super responsible for one terminal. And that is the job that he really wants. But basically, somebody has to retire. So then it would be one of, if he could get one of those jobs, we would move to South Carolina. Because I think there's one in Spartanburg, and then I think there's another one. But that's my end goal, is for us to live in South Carolina. But it might be a while before we do that. Okay, now, question. Harry asks, who was your first WooTuber? Which one did you find first? Well, I am my first WooTuber. And I might legitimately be the oldest. And I say that because my first video came out in November 2018. And I don't know who else was making content in November 2018. So I might be the oldest one. Oh my goodness. I might have to start partialing some stuff. And I think Britt and Mike are the first ones I discovered. And then maybe Adam the Or is the one who started the WooTubers Discord. But he doesn't, like, I mean, a lot of people don't make content anymore, which is what happens. Yeah, so, like, everyone you guys are listing, I met through the WooTubers Discord. So, Shiny and Zoe and James of Wizards News, all of them were people I met through our little community Discord. And do I have hexes on? Okay. Yeah, James of Wizards News is great. Like, I mean, he and I are still Facebook friends, and he wasn't having good work-life balance because he's a full-time YouTuber with his other channels. And that was one reason why he was able to grow so quickly, is that he already had experience. For the rest of us, this was our first time doing YouTube. So he basically had to focus on the other stuff, if that makes sense. Why? Oh. Sometimes my little overlay for my screen recording got in the way. The Philippines, yeah, Malcolm Judd. I'm trying to remember his channel name. It'll come to me really randomly. Yeah, Sylph Road. He was so creative. So Mystic 7, I got to meet Mystic 7 at the launch event. But he didn't ever really do a lot with Wizards Unite. And I pretty much only knew him through trainer tips. So thanks for hanging out, Joshua. I hope you have a great day. And back to what Harry said about me running Wizards Unite Hub. Yeah, I applied to be a writer when it was up like, I think the website was maybe 5 or 6 months old, and I applied to be a writer. And I basically, my first 2 articles were arguably better than anything else that was on the website. I mean, it's just, they were long, they were detailed, they had, you know, good outside sources. And so Zaragon, who owns Go Hub and Wizards Unite Hub, asked me if I'd be interested in being the editor-in-chief. And so I've been doing that since probably June 2018, and I didn't get paid for it until I think August 2019. So, in case anyone's wondering what that has been like for me, it's been quite the ride. It takes up a lot of time. I'm working on a cool article right now. I'm editing it, and then we just got new information, so I did most of the editing today, and then I sent it back to my writer and was like, hey, can you add in this? And so she is doing that, but I'm pretty excited about it. And then I have another one that I'm working on that I'm writing, and they're a little outside of Wizards Unite, but it's because I want to work with Harry Potter brands, and so I kind of need to do occasional non-Wizards Unite Harry Potter articles which have a broader audience, so that I can hopefully do some sponsored work with some Harry Potter companies. Is my phone okay? Okay, there we go. Whew, I do not know what was going on with that. I can do Dark 5. I'm fine with anything, but I can do Dark 5. So, Steph, yes, James is a wonderful woodworker. He's incredibly talented. Okay, we're gonna need some Magizoologists to hop out. Thank you. Thank you to the Magis who are willing to sacrifice that. An Auror to Dark 5 would be ideal. We can take anything, but an Auror would be ideal. I mean, I can go for 2 Magizoologists. Let's do this. Okay, we can do another Auror to Dark 5. Debbie asks, how was your adversaries event? I did not finish the bonus assignment, which I didn't plan on it, but I finished the first 2 sections so quick, like relatively quickly. Then I thought that I'd be able to complete the bonus assignment just because I got it started sooner than I anticipated. But today at like 1:30, I still needed Aragog, and I still needed one of the dragons, the ancient Hungarian Horntail. So after 2 edible dark marks, I still didn't have those 2, and I'm like, just fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. But you know, I really appreciated that it was pretty casual and it wasn't nearly as difficult as events have been, like generally speaking. And so I wasn't super stressed about it. I was also really impressed at the amount of traces I got at my dad's house, because like not very much stuff shows up at my dad's house, and I still managed to get most of the things without having to use edible dark marks. In fact, it was when we got back here at my house that I was using edible dark marks. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for coming in to say hi. Okay, the professors don't have anything to do, so dang it. I was going to work on that one. Okay, well, there's a pixie. Sorry, the other prof. I'm taking the pixie. Can I just say how much I love the pixie animation? I keep meaning to like do AR photos like with adversaries, you know, so I could get the pixies with Lockhart, or when I'm doing wizarding challenges by myself, and I just keep not doing that. Hey guys, so don't forget to like this live stream because that helps my channel with the algorithm YouTube thingy. So just smash that like button like this. Snaz, Go Fest got in the way, but I finished on the last day. Woohoo! Congrats, Snaz. I'm so glad that you were able to finish. And I do think that made it even more important that they did 5 whole days for, or sorry, a whole week for this event, was because it overlapped with Go Fest. And honestly, if Dan and I didn't already need to be in my hometown this past weekend, we were with my dad. We were there Monday. We were in my hometown Monday to early Saturday, but we were still in South Carolina Saturday to Sunday. We just went to Greenville, South Carolina, instead of Greenwood, which is my hometown. One of the small Go Fest was in Atlanta. Like, that would have been so much fun to go do and to, like, meet up with Georgia players. Ugh. Like, I would have loved that so much, even though it was brutally hot this weekend. I still would have done it. But we needed to be in South Carolina and, like, dealing with stuff there. So that was what we did this weekend. Maybe next year. That would be great. If there is a Atlanta Go Fest next summer, I'm definitely going. Unless I'm in Europe. Oh, right. By the way, Dan and I are hoping to go to Europe next summer. For 4 weeks. So, if Go Fest is while we're in Europe next summer, then obviously not be going to Atlanta Go Fest. Yeah, it would be so cool to meet up with Snaz. I need to look at the Wizards Unite Community Day calendar, but we're going to be gone pretty much every weekend in August except for one. So we might not be around for Wizards Unite Community Day. Stuff, definitely be there. That's less than 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta is so close. Like, that would be so much fun. But if we're in Europe... Is Spotlight referring to a Pokemon Go event? Because I don't think Wizards Unite has a Spotlight event right now. Sorry, I was trying to keep up with these. And Harry Potter says, Go Fest was really awesome, and I definitely had no problem not playing Wizards Unite the whole weekend. That's fair. That is fair. Snaz drove through Atlanta. You live south and she lives north. Gotcha. Yeah, Dan and I are north as well. Spotlight, Red, Flares, and Wizards Unite. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure I did a video on that and I forgot about it. So, that's what my life has been like recently, you guys. Like, I'm the one who updated the Wizards Unite calendar on Wizards Unite Hub. I did a video last week on the Spotlight event. It's because, oh, speaking of videos, where's my calendar event? Calendar article. I've been wanting to do a specific video, an article on spotlight events, and just another thing I haven't had time to do. So, no, I don't have that on my calendar. Why is that not on the calendar? Now I gotta pull up Discord, y'all. Because I remember, unless I just didn't have time to update the calendar. That's definitely possible. I have Secrets Revealed, Adversary's Guide, Community Day. Unless cached. This is gonna bother me. Cause yeah, I did do a video on this. Like now, let me see if I can, like outside of here, empty cache and hard reload. Oops. No, I don't have. Maybe I forgot to do it because I was in the middle of traveling. Because I 100% talked about the spotlight event in my last video. Yeah. Okay, well, I just need to update the Wizards Unite Hub calendar. I mean, the last video and stuff I filmed was between Ohio and South Carolina. So, what parts of Europe are we visiting? So, definitely Norway, because I have family. I have family outside of Oslo. I have family in Voss, which is near Bergen. I think I have family in Bergen as well. So definitely Norway to visit my family. Definitely France, because France is my favorite place in the entire world. And then the other stuff is still up in the air, because there are a lot of places in Europe I have already visited. But Dan has not done very much of Europe. And so it's kind of a question of, do we want to go to places where I have been and he has not? Do we want to go to places where I have not been? So possibilities are Germany, Italy, and Spain, but we'd probably only do one or two of those, because I also want to go back to London for at least a couple of days. Yes, I really want to do the Harry Potter tour again, and yes, I've already done it, and yes, I know there's so many other things to do in Europe, but I really want to do the Harry Potter tour again. But I also want to go to, like, some of those, like, British royal castle estate thingies that are outside of London, because we didn't get to do those. So that would be new. Also, like, I have friends in London. Like, I want to see my friends. But yeah, France would be at least a couple of days in Paris, because Paris is my favorite place in the entire world, and I have family there. Well, I have family in the suburbs of Paris. Also, I love Disney, and yes, we would 100% spend another day at Disneyland Paris, which, yes, I have been to 2 other times before. But the south of France, definitely Nice, and from Nice, we would probably do day trips to Monaco, to Saint-Paul-de-Vence, to, I forget the name of the place that has, that does the perfume that is outside of Nice. Maybe Toulouse, because I've been to Toulouse before, and Bordeaux, where I've also been before, but I really like those cities, and it would be nice to go back. But yeah, definitely Norway and France, probably at least a couple days in London, and then maybe 1 or 2 other countries. So, I really like Europe. But yeah, we were supposed to go last year, and then COVID, and didn't want to go this year because of COVID. So next year is the plan. Does anybody else want to do the Dark Five? Debbie, I will definitely tell you if we go to London. And we'll have a Wizards Unite meetup. It'll be great. We'll get Mark to come in. We'll get Shiny to come in. I'll try and convince my friends who don't play Wizards Unite. Well, I might just meet up with them separately. But yeah, it'll be so much fun. And I'm hoping... So, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Marcus on Uniting Wizards. He is a former YouTuber, but he left the Harry Potter fandom last year because it was basically too much for him with the transphobia. But he and his wife live in Sweden, and so I'm really hoping... Like, I would love to go to Sweden. I just don't know if we have time in Norway and Sweden. But I figure if Dan and I go all the way to Norway, then Marcus and his wife could come to Norway and meet up with us. Yeah. Okay, Tatch will come. We're just going to have a party in London. It's going to be awesome. Now I have more reasons to convince Dan that we have to do London again. Jen, I saw you. If you're easy. So Debbie, but it's funny you say that because I actually have a friend, I think she's still in York. She got divorced. So she and her husband were in York, and then she got divorced, and I think she's still there, but I'd have to double check. She might have moved. But she had just moved from London to York when Dan and I last went to Europe. And I was so disappointed because, of course, I was hoping that we could finally meet up. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Well, that's annoying. Unfortunately, I don't know. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on. Dang it. And of course, one of the problems with doing these live streams is that I'm also playing, so I can't just stop playing to try and figure out what is going on with my stream. I'm guessing it's just my internet, even though, like, oh, dang it, that was the wrong tab. I just hit the wrong thing. Hey babe, you want to come say hi?
Do you want a hot and sweaty husband on your stream?
Of course I want a hot and sweaty husband on my stream.
Hello.
Say hi. Hopefully they'll be able to see you. We are maybe having buffering issues.
Okay.
I don't know. But it looks like it's maybe fixed. It's hard to tell.
That's odd.
It is odd because I've also set it up for low latency, which has fixed the delay. The delay is a lot shorter than it used to be, but
Comcast, we paid you more for faster internet.
I know. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Bye, Harry. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard what Dan said, but we upgraded our internet package. So we are paying more to get supposedly faster internet, and this should not still be a problem, and yet it still is a problem.
Fastest speed available.
Yeah, we have the fastest speed available in our area, and I don't know why I still have buffering issues, especially since I've started doing these at the lower latency. Anyway, but it looks like it's working now, so it looks like you guys are okay now. So, all right, Tatch says that he is in Southend, which is only an hour away from London, which is awesome. And then Debbie is in York. I'm telling them about our trip to Europe, babe.
Okay. Well, according to this, we're getting 40 up, so maybe it's a YouTube problem.
I don't know. Dan says that according to our internet speed, we're getting 40 up, which should be sufficient. So I'm blaming YouTube. I know we've talked about this before, that Twitch is better for streaming than YouTube, but I make money streaming on YouTube, you guys, and I don't have the time to stream consistently on Twitch to become partner or affiliate or anything. So that is, I mean, I haven't been on Twitch in months. It's just, I had too much going on in my life. I still have too much going on in my life. And Twitch was the easiest thing to drop. Hi, Anitra. Welcome. I'm pretty sure I've told you this before, but Anitra is one of my favorite names. It is, that is actually my aunt's middle name. So, Kari Anitra. And my mom was always jealous because my Aunt Kari got 2 beautiful Norwegian names, like, from the family. And my mom still has, you know, she still had a perfectly lovely name. She was Gail Lee. But the Lee is because she was supposed to be a boy, and she was not. So then they had to move her name around. But she was always a little bit jealous that my Aunt Kari got the beautiful Norwegian name. You're an hour flight from London. Okay, well, awesome. Next summer, you guys, we're just going to have a Wizards Unite meetup in London. I'll let you guys know as soon as we have figured out when we're going to be there. We probably won't know until January at the earliest, when Dan can hopefully ask time off for work. And we're hoping he gets 4 weeks approved, because that's kind of a big ask in the United States. I mean, he gets that much vacation time. And he's been rolling over vacation days every year so that we could do a full 4 weeks in Europe. It's just a matter of getting that much time approved. Such an American problem to have. Okay, does anyone want to do like a lower dark chamber? Like, I'm going to start dark 3. Try and mix it up a little bit. Get some different frags. Frags. I don't know if anyone actually calls fragments that. I'm just being weird. That's how I roll. Okay. Just checking my notifications. Alright guys, we could use a Magi Zoologist in Dark 3. And then anybody else. We have 1 Professor and 2 Ors, as y'all can see on my screen. We had so many Magi Zoos earlier. Yay, Cindy, I'm glad that the lag is only 13 seconds. I think since I switched to latency, that has really made a difference. Because there's like 3 options for latency, and I do the middle one. And I think that has really helped cut down on the delay. Although apparently I still have the buffering problem, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, just as an FYI, I am streaming till 6:30, so the 2 hours that I would normally do. But of course, since we started at 4:30, going to 6:30, just for y'all's planning purposes and information and stuff. Yes, Anitra, I will definitely make multiple announcements as soon as we know. We're really excited about this. Like, luckily we had not booked anything for last year because Dan was still trying to get the days approved off for work. And so by the time the pandemic started, we hadn't booked anything. He'd already put in the time off request, but we hadn't booked anything. So we didn't lose any money. But we have been wanting to do this really big trip because, you know, any of you who have traveled internationally, you understand that like the most expensive part is getting there. Especially because I have family in Europe, which helps a little bit with our lodging expenses. I mean, we'll still need to stay in hotels, but we'll be able to stay with family part of the time. Like, my cousins in Norway will 100% put us up the entire time. Because I have 2 different sets of cousins in Oslo who will be thrilled to see us. And cousins in Voss, who I stayed with last time. And I actually stayed with all these people last time. And I know that they would be so excited for us to come. So we want to stay for 4 weeks because our plane tickets will be the biggest expense of the vacation. So we want to stay there as long as possible because we don't eat a lot, so we can frequently skip meals, or like we can share meals, or we can have like a late breakfast and an early dinner and then just not really have lunch. You know, I'm all about free museums or getting like the city passes where you pay that one price up front and you get into multiple attractions. I love going to parks and like walking along the river and doing stuff like that doesn't cost any money. I just have to get there. And I mean, we had a killer deal when we went to Europe in 2016. I think we got direct flights, Atlanta to Paris, for about $900 a piece. And that was ridiculously cheap. And part of the reason that was cheap was because like Brexit had just happened. And so that was just kind of throwing off everybody's, I guess, traveling. And so a lot of stuff was cheap then. In 2018, we went to Japan for 2 weeks. And of course, 2016 is when we went to Europe for 2 weeks. But yeah, we're trying to do our international travel while we're still relatively young. I mean, I just turned 34, and Dan will be 35 in September. Well, we can still walk for 12 hours a day. Sort of. I'm probably going to, I don't know, take lots of, it can be a challenge with Crohn's disease, but I do what I can, and I'm flexible. Snaz, you work for an airline. That's pretty cool. I have definitely benefited from friends working from airlines. My big in my sorority, my big sister, her family's in Orlando. So 2 different times in college, I drove down with her from our school in South Carolina to Orlando, so that she didn't have to drive by herself. And then we spent time together, like with her family, and we went to Disney and everything. And then her parents got me a companion pass for me to fly back to South Carolina. And it was just really funny because basically my parking at the airport cost as much as my companion pass. It was great. But I do know like how hard that is for families because, you know, if the schedules that people who work in airlines have to do can be really hard. So it's definitely I do not envy that perk, I guess, because I recognize the sacrifice that goes into working for an airline. And I appreciate that sacrifice as somebody who likes to travel. So I think if I didn't have Crohn's disease, I could do it. But with Crohn's disease, like, it can be really limiting on a lot of things. Thank you for hanging out with us, Cindy. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling a bit better. And, you know, you're still in my thoughts and prayers. Have a nice dinner. I'm actually getting hungry for dinner. I usually stream. So for anyone who is new here, I usually stream Thursdays from 3:30 to 5:30. And the reason I'm streaming today is 2 reasons. One, we obviously don't have Wizarding Wednesday. So James and Sue are in Disney World, and obviously I'm totally jealous. But they couldn't stream today because they're in the happiest place on earth. And so I asked James if he would mind if I streamed today, and he was totally cool with it. But tomorrow I will be driving, well, I'll be in the front seat. Dan and I will be driving tomorrow to the airport because our flight is at 5 something. So during the time that I normally stream, we'll probably be parking and like getting on the shuttle and everything to the airport. So I wouldn't be able to stream tomorrow. I had missed last week because I was just really emotionally drained. Tuesday of last week was the 6-year anniversary of my mom's death, and I was spending the week with my dad, and it was just a lot. I talk about that in my video that's coming out tomorrow, but I really don't want to talk about it right now. And next Thursday, of course, I'll be either in Sacramento or Reno, so I will be having fun and not streaming. So my regular Thursday live streams will resume on August 5th. So if you guys want to come back on August 5th, I will be here starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, come hang out with us. I know a lot of you who are here are like always here, but there are a couple of new faces who are probably here because you normally do Wizarding Wednesday. And I just want y'all to know that I'm usually hanging out on Thursdays, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Anyway, so dinner. I'm really excited because Dan and I are having a pesto pasta. Either tortellini or ravioli. We have one of those in the freezer. And then our basil is going like crazy. So, So I'm really excited to go pick a bunch of that and to make pesto. And then we have a little bit of spinach in the fridge. So I'm going to mix that in with the pesto. Yeah, so Plotter's Discord also does Thursdays. I've been doing Thursdays longer than he has. I started in January, I'm just saying. But if you're looking for something else tomorrow or next week while I'm gone, you guys can check that out. I'm already in too many Discords, so I'm not in his. I already feel like I'm not able to be active in the Discords that I'm already in. It's a lot, you guys. Why do we have all these Magazoo things? Okay, I'm gonna go hit this spider. Even though I can't do much to it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my little bit. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. But I'm invincible, so it evens out. It's fine. It's totally fine. So what is everyone else having for dinner tonight? Actually, I need to make the pesto when I get off of this. I have to go harvest the basil and then blend it up with spinach and cheese and olive oil. No nuts because I currently can't really digest nuts very well. So it'll be a nut-free pesto. Although I don't usually do pine nuts anyway, just because I can't always find them in the grocery store. So I usually do something like almonds or something. Bacon chops, chips, and veg. That sounds delicious, Debbie. Ooh, yeah. I am really excited about eating in California for a week. Partly just because I really enjoy trying new restaurants, but also because I don't have to cook or do dishes. I actually like cooking. It's just that it gets a bit tiring cooking for just Dan and me because he's a picky eater. And so, I don't know. Like, we eat a lot of the same stuff. That's why the pesto is exciting tonight, because we haven't done pesto in a while. Pork with a tomato sauce and couscous. That sounds delicious. We haven't had couscous in a while. We might have some in the pantry. Might have to try that. We did mix things up a few weeks ago. We had lemon chicken with orzo, which was really nice. Pizza and a Leffe-Brune. Yum. I remember drinking, and I can't remember if you pronounce the E or not, but I remember drinking that beer when I lived in France. Although I don't remember which varieties I liked, because I have not lived in France since May 2011. So I've been back in America for a decade. Which, like, is fine, because obviously that's when I met Dan. Oh, yeah, you guys. So this month is 10 years since Dan and I met for the first time, which is pretty exciting. Okay, I went into Dark 5 because I had a friend there, and now they're gone. So now are you guys in Dark 4? I'm flexible, you guys. Whatever y'all want. Okay. I do love pizza. Y'all, Dan and I eat pizza, like, all the time. Sarfef was working overtime as the only Magizu. Yeah, I know. You had so many. Oh, hey, it's Galilee. Hey, I haven't gotten to play with you today. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, pizza is basically my all-time favorite food, you guys. Dan and I eat pizza all the time. Like, I think we had pizza Sunday night when we got in. Okay, well, once again, I mean, Sarfef, you're not our Magizu this time, but if you can see on my screen, poor Magizoologist has a lot going on. This is ridiculous. Like, what is going on with this? Tatch and I have nothing to do. Where's a pixie when you need one? Pixie or werewolf? There we go. Got it. Also, I realized I readjusted my chair and I did not move my mic. So hopefully y'all can still hear me and move my mic a little bit forward. Hopefully I don't hit it, like run into it. So I know we're only halfway through the week, but does anybody have any fun weekend plans? Y'all already know that Dan and I are going to be in Sacramento and Lake Tahoe. That is our weekend plan. Very excited. It's going to be great. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but Sacramento has this, like, children's storybook garden place. So obviously, I am an overgrown child who loves fairy tales, and I will be going to that. Well, we'll be going to that. And we'll see about the zoo. It's going to be pretty hot this weekend, so I don't know if we're going to want to go to the zoo. But I love going to the zoo. So that's a possibility. And then there's a bunch of really cool museums in Sacramento. So we'll probably go to at least one of those. We really like science museums. I think there's a science museum. And Dan loves transportation, and I think there's both a train museum and a car museum, so we might do one of those. Debbie, beach for fish and chips and walk, but think our hot weather is going to break. Yeah, I hope that you guys definitely get a break. Like, this hot weather has been intense in so much of the world. Okay, I still don't have a confusion. Oh, dang it. Is proficiency out? Y'all, I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. I probably should be paying attention. Yes, okay. I do think there's 3 things, so it should be out. Okay, who needs a hex? There's so many hexes that need to be done. Okay, I don't have confusion. You're welcome, Tatch. Thank you for hanging out and playing with us. I do know it is late in Europe. That the UK, it is, what, after 11? Right? So, that's my bedtime. Dan and I are usually in bed by 9. And he's usually asleep between 9:30 and 10. And then I usually read a book until about 10:30. It depends on if I'm reading a book and drinking tea. Because if I do that, then it's before I've done my nighttime routine. If I am not doing tea, then I do my skincare routine and brush my teeth and stuff before. In which case, I probably read until 11 and then just go to sleep. Anitra says, forecast of thunderstorms after a hot week, so maybe a quiet one at home. Time at home is always nice. Snaz, Georgia has been cooler. This summer has been surprisingly nice, and I am not going to complain about it. The spring was really nice, too. And surprisingly is a great way to describe that. Ooh, Anitra might go to the zoo or the beach if the weather's nice. Either one of those sounds great. I love the beach, but there is not one that is convenient to us. But we are looking at the beach for Labor Day weekend. I have a baby shower to attend that weekend at the beach. So I am definitely willing to drive out to it, and then we're just going to spend a couple days there. Labor Day weekend is a very expensive time to go to the beach. But when your best friend's pregnant and her parents own a house at the beach and that's where they're hosting a shower, you do what you gotta do. Especially after having to miss showers last year, which was a bummer. All right, let's see. We have time for a few more. Okay, well, I have time for a few more. I know it's late for those of you in Europe, and you guys are definitely welcome to peace out, because I am very grateful that y'all are here, that you're dealing with, like, my off schedule and James and Sue's off schedule, and that y'all are just hanging out with us. So thank you for being with us. We have eyes at the zoo that are quite rare and become your favorite. A gorilla, baby! A bat house and a butterfly house? Oh my god. That sounds amazing. I love butterfly houses so much. Yeah. Like, we have paid extra. You know, it's not included at some zoos. And we have paid extra to go to butterfly houses. Oh, and Disney World, Epcot, during the flower festival in the spring, which was going on during our last visit and our visit back in 2018. They have a butterfly house. It's so cool. And gorillas. Baby gorillas are so cute. Hi, Gary. Thank you for playing with us. Have a good night. I thank you for playing with us, Professor 58. I appreciate you being here. I don't know if this is your first time, but it was your first time saying hi in chat. So thank you for hanging out, and I hope you come back. Oof, y'all, my phone is getting slow. It's not too hot, though. So, man, there's like nothing for professors to do. Poor Auror is struggling. So, back when I lived in Ohio, Dan got me a zoo membership to the Columbus, Ohio Zoo, which I loved. And it was a membership for me and one guest. So if he was in town, then like he could take me, but I could also go with other people. And so I loved doing that. And at the time, they had a baby gorilla. And unfortunately, the mom was not very maternal. She like never really bonded with the baby gorilla. And so they had to have zookeepers take care of the baby gorilla. And obviously it's better if the birth mother, who is an actual gorilla, can take care of the baby, but that's not what happened. And so those of us who were visiting got to see this cute little gorilla wearing a little diaper being bottle fed by a zookeeper. And they actually had a rotation of zookeepers. There was a zookeeper in the exhibit with the baby gorilla 24 hours a day, just because of the care that the baby gorilla needed. And it was so sweet. It was just like so cute. Also, Dan and I actually have a bat house outside of our house. We have not actually attracted any bats to it yet. We have bats in the neighborhood. We just have not convinced them to make a home in our bat house. Anitra has a membership at the zoo. Yes, it's such a good thing to have. We actually have one at the Atlanta Zoo now. And I'm also a zoo ambassador, so I sometimes get, like free visits and stuff. But we had let our membership expire because it's a bit of a drive for us now. But with the pandemic, like they were losing so much money that we got a membership so that we could support the zoo. And we did get a go in the fall, and it was really nice. And I appreciated all the safety precautions that they were taking, even though it's an outdoor thing. Like they required masks, which was awesome. Y'all, so I think after this one that I'm playing, I can do one more after this. And then I need to go make dinner. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear how congested I still am. I think my body has just forgotten how to fight colds because like I just didn't have a cold this past year. And then I don't know if I got it from my nephews in Ohio or if I got it from Dan and I went out to dinner with friends one night and I was not as careful with my hand sanitizer with touching surfaces as I normally am. So I could have picked up something that night. But I've had a cold for 2 weeks straight. And I feel better. I'm just still very sneezy and a little, like, I'm still coughing a bit. But at least to my ears, I sound weird. Like, my voice is not the way it normally sounds. Wow, we have one ore, and here we are at the end with. This is so funny. Thor Dark Wizards and a Death Eater. So ridiculous. Also, yeah, my phone is like super lagging, but it's not really hot. So I don't know what's going on. Ron Weasley can relate to congestion. I mean, he was a bit nasally. I don't know. Was he congested? Unless you're thinking about the slugs. That was so gross. Oh, the actor, though, Rupert Grint, said that they were gummy slugs and they had, like, different flavors and stuff. Yes, you guys, I finally got my Wizard Chess Queen. Y'all, I have been wanting to get that fragment for so long. It's the last thing that's keeping me from prestiging that page. Okay, so I can do one more. You guys want to do Dark 4? I saw somebody in Dark 4, so that's where I'm going. But now I have to switch runestones. What? Whoever was my friend in Dark 4, you left. Okay, I see you again. Okay, well, I'm starting Dark 4. And I'm going to see if anybody joins me. Yeah, we got Sir Ups in here. Who else is going to join us? We need an aura for sure. Cool. I do not know who Cruel Man is, but we can play with you. Yeah, we got Calla Lee. We need one more. We can take any profession. Although a professor or an aura would be better. Cool. We got a professor. I don't know who Pandora Fox is, but, you know, I've said this before. I think it's great, like, when we do these live streams, if we're able to play with people who aren't on the stream, because they get to play with people who know what they're doing. If that makes sense. Because I know how frustrating it can be when you're just on the night bus and you want to play with people and no one is showing up. So I'm definitely happy to be here and to play with people who are just looking for a group. And then, yeah, this will be my last battle. I gotta go make dinner. And then I have to write an article and edit a video. But my medical test that was scheduled for tomorrow morning has been canceled, which really sucks because I kind of need the results of that for the appeal for my medication. And also, I need that test so that I can meet with a surgeon to see if the surgeon agrees that I should have part of my small intestine removed. So not having my test tomorrow is really crappy. And they're like, okay, well, we can rebook you for Friday. I'm like, cool. I'm going to be in California on Friday. So, kind of a problem. So that was the medical call that I had to make at the beginning of the stream. Because they called me while I was filming earlier. And I was like, can you just call me back and leave me a voicemail? Here are the 4 dates in August that I'm available. Because I'm going to South Carolina again. And can you just call me and tell me, like, what days and times you have available? And then I'll call you tomorrow. But I don't, yeah, I don't have a voicemail. So, who still needs a shield? You guys need shields. Hi, language collector. So yeah, managing a chronic illness, not easy, not for the faint of heart, takes up a lot of time. I have had me talking on the phone with somebody. I have had 1, 2, 3 calls this week. 3 medical calls this week. And it's only Wednesday. And then I have left 2 voicemails and gotten 4 voicemails. So, yeah. Yay! I'm due for my medication tomorrow. Has it been approved by insurance? Of course not. So, I think I'll be okay if I can get it at 6 weeks. I'm supposed to get it at 4 weeks. I had previously been getting it at 8 weeks, but my body metabolized it too fast. One of the problems of being a relatively young person with a chronic illness is apparently our bodies metabolize medication really fast. And the test that I'm supposed to have tomorrow is supposed to help with my appeal to get my medication approved so that I could have it every 4 weeks instead of every 8 weeks. Anyway. All right, so this challenge is almost done, and I just want to thank you guys for being here and for hanging out with me and for doing wizarding challenges, for chatting up the chat. It's been nice. I love doing my Night Bus live streams. I missed you guys last week, and I'm glad that, obviously I'm bummed that we're not going to hang out with James and Sue today, because I love just being part of chat with Wizarding Wednesday. But they're in Disney World, so I'm bummed for myself, but I'm very happy for them because Disney World is the best. I'm glad that it worked out that I could stream today, since I had plans tomorrow, and I had to miss last week, and I had to miss next week. But I hope that you guys will hang out, come back. August 5th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time is when I resume. Yes, Debbie, absolutely. I will proceed to my page. I'm so excited. I only have a handful of pages that, like, most of my pages are on gold. Not green starred, but gold. And this is one that has been on silver for so long, and it's been so annoying. And you guys will see I have green starred the flying key, the winged key, and then I've earned so many more of those winged keys. So, like, I've been trying to get this Wizard's Chest Queen for so long. And it was one of the guaranteed fragments during the last community day. But of course, it was the guaranteed one in Dark 5. And that's not really fast for grinding images. Like, it's fun for earning XP, it's fun for earning spellbooks, but it's not great for grinding fragments. So, okay. Debbie and Sarfith and Joseph, you guys are welcome. Thank you guys for being here and for playing with me and for playing with everybody else. It is always so much fun. And yeah, Leanna, I'm really glad that you saw the notification too and that you can come hang out with us. I do try to post on Twitter And I've been posting in the community tab here on my YouTube channel when I'm outside of my normal schedule. I usually don't remember to post anywhere else. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, or if you're subscribed to my channel and you have notifications turned on, then you should know if I'm outside of my usual schedule. But usually it's Thursdays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time until 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is my typical schedule. Okay. Y'all, I went through so much spell energy. I had over 400 when we started, and now I'm under 200. Which is fine. It's great. It's so much fun. All right, let's go to my registry. So excited. So you can see I have a gold page, and I have a gold page, and I have 6 of these winged keys. And I've placed Dumbledore and Hermione both so many times on this page, and Ron, of course, but I'm so excited. Yeah. That sweet, sweet XP. Hey, Jen, thank you. I saw your name pop up earlier, and I was like, Jen is here. Yay. Look at all of those rank ups. What? Yay. Da, da, da. Fireworks. Just like sparkles all around me. I'm so excited. And now I have to get 25 more of those chest queens. But yeah, you can see like I've gotten so many of the Dumbledore's Army sign-up sheet that I'm gold and I've green started. And I'm gold on the Yule Ball Great Hall, and I have 8 fragments of that. And I'm gold here, and I have only 9. So for Legends of Hogwarts, the chest chamber was the last page that I had on silver. All right, let's go check my challenges real quick. How many spell books did I earn? Thank you, Anitra. I'm so excited. I've been working on that for so long. That is 4 spell books. 6 spell books, 8, 10, woohoo, 10 spell books. You guys, that is awesome. I'm so excited. And before the next one I'll go through here, because like you can see, I just wasn't thinking about it. So those are 2 wands that I still need a green star. And then there's 1 wand here that I need a green star. And then I've green starred all of those, but I still need a green star all of that, and I need a green star all of that. So lots of progress left to be made. But I mean, some of you guys are gold frames and green starred everything, and what do you work on now? I guess other professions and other advanced adversarial combats and SOS training. So all right, I'm going to wrap this up. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but honestly, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being so supportive. All of your comments on my last video were really, really nice, and I really appreciated them. Hey, Joseph, you got 8 spell books. Congratulations. I do still have my fundraiser going on. We have not reached our goal yet. Okay, my goal, $1,500. We are at $750, which is awesome. So there is a merch. Let me find that link real quick. I do have all of my merch is 25% off for the month using code LOVE25. So if you want to get 12 spell books, what? That is awesome. You guys both did really well. So because we reached the $750 goal, that unlocked the code LOVE25. And if that code doesn't work, it's because my profit margin is smaller than that, in which case use the code LOVE20 and that'll give you 20% off. Sarfef also got 12 spell books. Everyone did such a good job today. Yeah, tell me in chat how many spell books you earned. So I have like Witches Unite merch, and I have the Peace, Love, and Harry Potter design, and then I have the unicorn design, and I have my Pinktastic design. So I have face masks and t-shirts and towels and pillows and mugs and pouches and hoodies, all kinds of stuff. And then there's also, you can use the same codes on Wizards Unite Hub. But I'll let you guys know a little secret. I already told the Wizards Unite Hub patrons this. I actually have new designs that I'm going to put on Wizards Unite Hub for the merch. I just haven't had time to do that yet. So those, I'll try and get them done before the end of the month so that if you want to use the discount code for that, you can do that. It's been a really, really busy summer, and I have not had time to do that. So yeah, be sure to check out the fundraiser, check out my merch, check out the Wizards Unite Hub merch. I am also wearing the Lumos tee, which, if anyone, hey, Leanna, 8 books is great, especially since you weren't playing the whole time, so that's really good. Language Collector, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys just love Lumos tee. I don't know. I don't think I have the link. So, there is a link already in chat if you want my Lumos tee, and I'll share it on social media again later. If you want it, it's a fundraiser t-shirt, so check that out for sure. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll have a video up tomorrow. I should also have, can you show us our books? Do you mean the books I'm getting rid of? Is that like the ones I put on Facebook? Because Dan and I are getting rid of a lot of books. So, they're in the other room. I could probably go live on Twitter or Facebook and show you guys the books that we're getting rid of. We have a lot of them. So, Sarfeth, if that's what you mean, let me know. And tell me if you'd rather me go on Twitter or Facebook. Because then I can do it from my phone. Because it's in the other room, so like this webcam would not stretch that far. But yes, because Dan and I have been cleaning out our house so that we can make room for things from my dad's house. Oh, my Defense Against the Dark Arts and Restricted Section books. I was like, what books? Okay, yeah, I can show you guys, my vault. Let's see, currency. Oh, that's written sounds. So, I have 23 spell books and 1,800 scrolls and 13 restricted section books and 64 Defense Against the Dark Arts books and 11,000 field guides and 506 ministry manuals. So I'm maxed out as a professor and as a magizoologist. And you guys can see where I am with my SOS training. I actually just unlocked some more skills. So I did recently have over 2,000 ministry manuals, but I bought some more stuff. So that's where I am with my Calamity Essentials things. And then combat training. As a professor, I still have 3 more lethal nodes, and I am many books away on those. And I have not done any advanced adversarial combat on my magizoologist profession. And then I had started working on the aura profession. So you can see that I still have a lot there. So I'd started working on that in November of last year, and then of course, and I put like 90 spell books into it, and then advanced adversarial combat happened in December. So yes, that is where I am with all of my stuff. Definitely not as many Defense Against Dark Arts books or spell books as other people. I just don't get the same number of adversaries at my house, and I don't have the time to grind wizarding challenges. So, yeah. Yeah, if any of you guys want to look at the books that I'm getting rid of, they're on Facebook. You can add me as a Facebook friend if you want. I don't care. You don't have to. Like, I post everything publicly. You could just follow me. And that's all of, like, the random stuff in my real life. But here, this is where I've been posting the books that Dan and I are getting rid of. And so if you want any of those books, just let me know. If you're international, you just have to pay for shipping. If you're in the continental US, I will pay for shipping because it's only about $2 to $3. And I'm happy to do that for you guys. How many gifts do I have? 25. Yes. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop now so I can go make dinner. But again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun, and I will see you in August. August 5th, I will be back, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until next time, au revoir, witches.